Next, what we need to do, we need to select all those elements having this class name, and for those elements we need to set UI state active class so that they will be having the same look and feel of the currently selected element. Okay, so we need to do it in this function itself, right? In the onSelect function or onSelect option. So let me have a separate function for that, complete week, and within this we need to select the elements and then set a class name for those elements. If you want, we can write the code here itself, but I'm going to use this function or this code in another place also. That is why I'm writing it as a function. So here let me specify complete week, sorry, function complete week, function complete week. And if we just write the code, that is, suppose I write $. What is the class name? It is UI date picker current day, and we need to find all the A elements because these date picker elements will be added as A, that is, each cell will be added as A, that is hyperlink. So we need to select it, and if I specify .add class, which is the class name to be added, it is UI state active. Now suppose we just add this line of code, will we get the correct output? Let me show you. Let me refresh. Let me click 18. We are just seeing 18 only in this particular color. Why? Because we are adding the class here before show day function. On the select, we are getting the start and end of the week and we are calling this function. But by the time, this class name might not be added to those dates. So we need to check whether it is added or not frequently. So for that we are going to write this code in the set timeout function. Set timeout function is used to call a function or execute a line of code at specific intervals. Set timeout, and within this I can write function open and close parenthesis and open and close curly braces, and then let me cut this from here and paste it here. And we need to specify the interval as well. That is, after specifying the function to be repeatedly executed, we need to specify the interval in milliseconds. So I am specifying the interval as 1 millisecond. Okay, now let me save this and check the output. Let me refresh. Let me click 17. See, the whole week got selected. Let me select 28. See, the whole week got selected. So now what we have done, actually we have done a number of things, right? Here what we have done is that first we have displayed it as a simple text as we are seeing here, start date, then a hyphen, then the end date. Next we need to display all the items in green color, that is the color of the selected element itself. So what we have done for that, we have written a function, that's fine. So before show day, which means this will be executed each time a date is getting displayed. So let me show you one thing, that is console.log date, so that you can understand when this function is getting called. Let me save this and show you. Let me refresh. See, you will see the whole date of this particular month, that is from 28th Sunday February till Saturday April 03. So for all these dates, this function is getting executed. Next, what we are checking, if the particular date is greater than or equal to week start and less than or equal to week end. So for which all dates it will be true. Suppose I select 17th, it will be true only for those dates from 14th to 20th, because 14 is greater than or equal to week start. 14 is actually same as week start. Then 15 is greater than or equal to week start and less than or equal to week end. Like that, for each date it will be checked, and for these 7 dates, the value we are setting as UI date picker current day. That is a class name of, as you saw here, UI date picker current day is the cell containing the selected day. That is the class name of the cell containing the selected day. So we have given the same class name for all those dates, right? Then what we have done, we need to return, this is a function which returns 3 parameters. The third one is an optional parameter. So the first one is whether that particular date is selectable or not. Second one is the CSS class name. So we have specified return true CSS class. Then in the complete week function, here we have written this as a function, and in the complete week function, we are executing this line of code at regular intervals, that is at a gap of 1 millisecond. Why? Because while calling this complete week function, these dates may or may not have the CSS class name. So we are doing it repeatedly at regular intervals, that is at a gap of 1 millisecond. And we are selecting all the elements having this particular class name. And we are selecting the A elements because these elements are displayed as A. Suppose we do not have this part, what will be the output like? Let me save this and show you. Let me refresh. Let me select 17th. See, it is having only the outer border in this green color. The inner section is not getting this green color. So we need to have them selected like A, and we are adding the class name UI state active. Now, suppose we are going to the next month. See, let me click this, and if I go back, you could see that that particular selection had gone. Only that date is selected now. The whole week is not selected now. So if we want to have that selection as it is, even if we go to next or previous months or years, what we can do is that we can call this complete week function on change month year. There is an option like that. Let me show you that as well. On change month year. See, this will be called when the date picker moves to a new month or year. So in that case as well, we can call that function. So let me put a comma and write on change month year. Okay, that is the name of the option. Then here function, open and close parenthesis, open and close curly braces, and here we can call this function complete week. Now let me save this, go to this, refresh. Let me select 25th. The whole week is selected from 21st to 27th. Next, let me move to the next month, April, May, go back to previous months. See, the whole week is still selected. So even after we move to the next or previous months or years, the selection will be remaining as it is because we have called the function on change month year. So now we have implemented the week picker using jQuery UI's date picker. Hope you understand the logic and implementation section. On the select, we are getting the week start and week end, and then displayed it as text. And for displaying it as selection in the date picker, we have called the before show day function and checked whether the date is less than or equal to end and greater than or equal to week start. In that case, we are assigning a class name for those dates. And after that, we are selecting those dates having this class name and added the class name UI state active. And we are repeatedly executing this line of code at every 1 millisecond. And for displaying the selection as it is, we are calling the same function on change month year. So this is the week picker implemented using jQuery UI's date picker.